Hello. All right. Pardon. This was brought to my attention. It's an article that's going on medium.com. Not too good, not too bad. It's medium. I guess. I don't know. It's called As Cities Move Toward Reopening How to Manage Risks. Yeah. Okay. And I really dislike the ideas behind this article. They're coming from not a bad place, and they're people trying to look out for other people, but they're kind of how we got into this mess in the first place. Allow me to explain, if you would. So, this is talking about managing risks. And the idea is that you manage risks by basically requiring more protection for people who are old, infirm, somehow genetically or whatever, predisposed to having a bad reaction to COVID 19. And on the surface of it, you think, yeah, that's okay. And I think so too. It's like, yeah, that's nice. We're trying to take care of people. But the other side of that is effectively, this is the logic that people use when they walk around outside at Chipotle, just out the window, for example, and they don't have a mask on because they're young and whatever. Yeah, or they you hear people say, "Yeah, oh, I'm healthy, or I'm young, or I'm not high risk, so I'm not going to wear a mask." The problem is that those people who are not wearing masks are the ones that are most likely to spread the virus to everybody else. And everybody who is immunocompromised or just has some kind of predisposing factor, all those people actually have some human contact, whether it's firsthand when they go to the supermarket or secondhand when they're at home and somebody else has gone to the supermarket for them. But yeah, everybody's got to eat, and in general, it's nice to be able to have a little bit of, human contact. We're a very social species. We like that sort of thing. So this is, yeah, this is why I don't like this sort of risk matrix driving the conversation about what we should do. It's more like a consequence matrix. This is how bad it's going to be for you, but you should not use that to inform or decide what to do, because the more the virus spreads, even if it's spreading to people who are at lower risk, it's then going to be able to spread back to the people who are at high risk or to other people. Yeah. And the only way out of this is to absolutely do everything in our power to limit spread. So that's going to include things like wearing a mask, being outside more than inside if we have to be together. Don't worry so much about the 6 feet, but be like outside and 10 feet apart. That's probably going to be good. We want to try to avoid situations where we have two people in the same room for any length of time. We want to minimize that amount of time as far as possible. Stuff like that is actually going to be more effective than the little plexiglass barriers or people standing unmasked like goofballs talking at each other from 6 feet away and maybe shouting a little bit because it's hard to hear from that far away and making more respiratory droplets. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, and we got to move past, I think, thinking of, oh, what's the consequence to me, and therefore how much of a precaution should I take, and shift it to what's the consequence for the country and the world and everybody else. Yeah, what's the consequence for the weak and vulnerable in the world? And the consequence is every time somebody spreads the infection, this whole thing is going to last for another month or so, minimum. And that's terrible. I don't want to prolong this anymore. I'm all done with coronavirus. Thank you. This one anyway. Talking about this one, it's just, yeah. But yeah, we've got to actually limit spread in general, because if you stop it, the way if you use this risk matrix, yeah, you're protecting that person for one round of infection maybe, and you're basically closing the front door and kicking the back door wide open and saying, "Come on in, COVID," because if there's virus out there, it's going to find its way to the weak and vulnerable through even the minimum amount of human contact that they have. And there's not a lot that we can do about that except stamp this stupid virus out once and for all and just get rid of it. So there we go. That's the idea. Thank you very much. This has been Ask Dr. Ben. I guess nobody asked, but whatever. Yeah. What Dr. Ben thinks. Maybe that's better. Bye.